Let's Chat is brought to you by the CARICOM Business Network.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Let's Chat. I'm your host this evening, Trevor Danpaul, joined by Mr. Shiv Prasad is joining me this evening. We got a great show packed for you guys. Shiv, how you feeling?
Hey, Trevor, I'm fantastic. How about you?
Excellent. Super psyched every Tuesday at 7 o'clock. I get super nervous, but show must go on. Awesome. We got an action. Go ahead.
I hope you don't have to take some extra espresso shots and some coffee because you are always an excited guy. I know that.
Yeah, that's gonna do me not good, man. I'll get too hyper. I'm already a naturally hyper guy by that, so
Awesome.
It's all good. We do have Anthony Snow will be joining us in a little bit. We do have Navin Prabhoo standing by in the sidelines. We'll be talking a little bit about the businesses and all the fun stuff that's happening in Guyana. Anthony Snow is deep in the industry over there. He's a man that wears many hats. He got multiple projects going on. I'm super excited to learn about all the fun stuff that's happening over there. Business investments, current projects, all that fun stuff. Before we get any further, I'm going to go ahead and get some of our sponsors out. We do partner with the Guyana tourism industry, and they got a little video we'd like to share with you guys. Here, take a look.
Celebrate Christmas the Guyanese way with 7 days of magic and adventure. Feel the streets come alive with lights, decor, and carols. Share in the delicious joy of favorites like pepper pot, black cake, and even ginger beer. Then explore Guyana's attractions, the majestic kite show, scenic tour on the Demerara Essequibo, and Mahaica rivers. 7 days, one unforgettable Christmas. Join us. Let's discover Guyana this Christmas.
Every time I see that video, I want to go back to Guyana.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking here right now. And it just blows my mind to see the transformation and the different things that's showcased in it, man. Just looking forward to be back there to enjoy all of that soon.
Yeah, definitely. It's actually going to make me make plans next year Christmas to go down there and enjoy Christmas in Guyana once again. You know, it's not just a 1-2 day holiday. It's the entire week you celebrate Christmas in Guyana.
No, definitely. Back in the days, I mean, when I was in Guyana like over 20 years ago, we used to have Main Street Big Lime for during the holidays, and that was a packed event. But now it's actually expanded with a lot more decorations, the vendors. It's just a really festive environment and atmosphere to be in, and can't wait to experience that very soon.
Yeah, definitely. Let's bring Anthony on and let's hear some of the preparations that's happening in Guyana for Christmas. All right, so without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Anthony Snow to the show.
Good evening. Many blessings to each of you.
Hey, good evening, sir. Thank
great.
you.
That means you can hear me clearly.
Yes, I can hear you. I can see you.
Okay, let me see if this makes it a little bit better. But yes, it's a pleasure to be here. Good evening to all of your guests and everyone who is watching. God bless each of you. And I pray that your life gets a little bit better every day because we're all in the struggle together, right?
That's true.
Right. You know, it's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for the invite. And for those of you who don't know me, I would like to tell you a little bit about myself really fast before we go into this and a little bit about what it is that I do. The first thing is that I am the managing director of the JFWW Network Investments Company. Okay, and what we do is we strategically build wealth for hardworking, honest people. Not an easy thing to do. And we've been doing that here in Guyana since 2006. We actually started as a youth group back then, and we have now evolved into an investment style company and also an NGO. And we have multiple projects across Guyana, and we are also doing a lot of international business in order to get the technical training and skills brought to Guyana so that we can empower our people. And there's like so much more in there, but just to give you a little bit about what we're doing here and how I started, when I started with the network, we started with a lot of talented young people who are now adults, who are now, successful network members, and they have formed a network with us. and we continue to grow, and we're reaching out, and we're always looking for good people to be a part of our network, and persons who have some skills and technical expertise that we can collaborate with for growth of Guyana. So, pretty straight up.
That's awesome. Well said, man. With that being said, I just want to thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule to spend some time with us. Let our viewers get to know you, find out some of the stuff that's happening in Guyana. Like you saw the video earlier. That looks amazing, man.
I was watching it. I'm on the ground, and I don't think, especially persons in the diaspora or our Guyanese, our overseas-based Guyanese, I don't think they truly understand the substantial level of development that is happening here in Guyana. When you hear the statement, the fastest growing economy in the world, it is not a joke. Okay, of course, Guyana still has its issues that we're figuring out as we continue to gain exposure and we continue to grow. But Guyana's on a trajectory to, I would say, become 100 times more valuable than it currently is within the course of the next 10 years. So for a lot of Guyanese who are still overseas, now, in fact, I would say 5 years ago was the best time to start resetting your roots here. But for those of you who are still getting in, you still got about a 10-year timeline where you can actually grow in your own country sufficiently, by far faster than anywhere else in the world. And there are a few angles to do this from, right? And that's based on person's disposition, but that's why the network exists, so that persons like myself can help guide you through your current disposition to where your goals actually are based on what's going on here in Guyana with the economy.
That's excellent. Guyana is my first love. I miss the country a lot. We had to come to the United States for, betterment, but it seems that Guyana is constantly developing. Ever since they found the oil, it's been a lot of changes. I haven't been back in a while. And when I went there, I couldn't believe it. The place where I grew up, I couldn't recognize the place. So much development, a lot of high-rise buildings, a lot of fancy cars. You can tell that development is happening. I'm truly happy for that. I want to get a chance to talk about some of the projects that you're involved in. And if someone wants to get involved, like you just mentioned, overseas Guyanese who, potentially wants to come back and do some sort of investments, can you shed some light on some of the things that are available to them? And if you can provide any assistance with that, please go ahead.
All right. So the first thing I'll tell you, there are tons of investment opportunities available in Guyana, but it is also determined by your disposition and how hard you're willing to work for it, right? You can invest cash. Of course, cash investments, they mature a little differently than active investments. Active investments where you are personally involved. But Guyana, a lot of your investments that you will have to do in Guyana, you have to be very hands-on, okay? And I want persons to know that. It's not as easy as just finding 1 or 2 people in Guyana and putting your money down and hoping that it grows. No, you need to be a part of it. And that's because as our country continues to transition, there are still some very poor quality mentalities that exist in the atmosphere that might target you. So, having sorry about that, having good guidance when you're coming to take advantage of these opportunities is critically important, because very few people will give you an accurate timeline on how these investments are going to mature. And that is because a lot of Guyanese have no experience with this level of growth. Right. It's very new to a lot of people in the country. So you need to have guidance. I would always recommend guidance. Of course, the government does offer some forms of guidance, but it may not be directed to any specific type of person as much as it's kind of general advice. And that may not work for everyone. Maybe if you're a very large conglomerate, easy, because you have the backings. But if you're a normal Guyanese, let's say you've got a couple $100,000 US dollars saved that you work for over your lifetime, and you wanted to make that grow, some of the opportunities that are available will not be available to you realistically, right? Unless you're coming into areas like real estate or other forms of business, especially service-orientated businesses. And for that, you need to come ready. Real estate's a little easier. You can make money in real estate without much personal time invested, right? While your properties are developing or whatnot. But if you're going to do business in Guyana, you need to be extraordinarily hands-on. You cannot leave it to anyone if you want to see the standards and the quality of your business name or brand really get out there. And the reason for that is because there aren't many Guyanese left on the market who are very skilled and talented, who have not been, pulled into a company already. So a lot of people that are now coming in need training. Good people, but they need training. So if you're coming to do any business, you need to come with the mindset of a trainer before you can really, I just want people to know these were some of the downfalls and pitfalls, I should say, not downfalls, but some of the pitfalls to doing business in Guyana. The system is still really slow when it comes to certain things, but I can tell you from 2020 to now, there have been a 500, 600% increase in service quality, like significantly, right? And that has a lot to do with the work the government is currently doing, but they will need the backings from our international Guyanese family who are looking to invest and grow. Because right now, you have the Chinese, you've got the Spanish, you've got other people coming in, and they're taking the opportunities that should be available for Guyanese. But I know that a lot of Guyanese still have fear. And there's a fear, like how you might be treated, what's going to be happening, how to navigate all of the stressful situations or the stagnation that comes from certain offices. And like I said, once again, that's why we have the network, because the network knows how to kind of navigate that stuff and point you in the right direction, and also helps to give you the business advice you need so that you can establish your business or company in Guyana without many headaches, right? But now is definitely a time for Guyanese to take advantage. Do not be scared. Be prepared. Have a good plan, right? And make sure your plan is in full consideration of the current disposition and mentality of the society you are coming into, because it is a society that is going through an evolutionary change, one that's going to dramatically change the mindset of the people of Guyana within the next 5 to 10 years. I think the government's doing a great job. I even think some persons on the other side are doing their part. But at the same time, you can't see good and not give credit where it's due.
True. What do you think about that, Shiv?
Right. Trevor, is the nuggets that he's sharing right now. And first of all, it's nice to meet you.
That's a pleasure.
Yeah, pleasure to have you in the program, and especially being co-host for the first time too. Want to say welcome to our viewers that are looking at us live, and also those who are going to be joining us and be viewers of the video. And it's really an honor to be on this forum, because Trevor, you've built something yourself, and Watson has built something that's a positive environment that just floats all this information. And it just ties perfectly in what Anthony is sharing with us and the information that he's just divulging to everyone, because many of us are in North America, different parts of the world. I mean, we hear all the statistics, we get all the news, we want to know what are the things we should look for. And I believe it's very important what Anthony is sharing, because he's very candid about it, but he's also very sincere, because it could be very attractive on the outside. And I mean, personally, in my business, I always look at it and says, hey, when I came to Canada, I was looking at it, man, I'm an immigrant. I don't have any money to buy and invest in business that I wanted to. But guess what? I can build it. I can use my time. I can put my energy into it and build it with my own hands. So I can be proud of it later on. And that's what exactly. So it's great to hear those nuggets are being done, and absolutely fantastic to see that people are willing to come there. But you have to be on the ground. You have to put that sweat in, and you turn the money over. It's definitely going to be a challenge for you to, hey, you're going to be sleeping in your bed in New York, and then you want to is Anthony doing his work what he's supposed to be doing in Guyana, right? And then when you're not getting the results, you're like, hey, Anthony, what's going on? And then you hear all form of accusations will be taking toll from that. So Anthony is really good. Looking forward to talking more about you and with you regarding your initiatives. I want to share a small story. When I saw you coming on the program this evening, I remembered about a month ago, I saw a small tidbit of you talking about that was your West Amazon housing development. You're clearing lands. So just to show you how, I mean, we all manifest our own reality, and to know that that energy was put out there. I looked at it a few minutes, and now today we're talking about it. So just share a little bit more I know the name Amazon by itself. When I hear Amazon, I'm thinking about the Amazon rainforest that we have, but I'm also thinking about Amazon as a company. And when I looked at what you do in the different industries that you're part of and the networks that you've created, you sort of have like an Amazon platform that's embedded in different
Yeah, we
industries.
kind of do. It's just, we share the wealth within the network. We recommend good people. It's when you come to the network, it's like a store for skilled individuals. If you're looking to get a job done, you can find someone in our network who has been tried and tested and who has been performing and who could back up their skills. So when you're looking for somebody to get a job done and you don't want to take any chances, it's a good place to start.
Nice pitch. I like the way you put it forward. Very diplomatic. For the viewers, what I'm referring to is when he said, understand where you're coming to do business. There is a Guyanese mentality. It's old school. I hope that development that's happening out there, it's pretty understanding what you're getting yourself into. But with that being said, with progress comes opportunities, and this is one of the things that we need to understand. For all the Guyanese people, Anthony does have a substantial amount of investments in Guyana. We'll be touching on a couple of those. Shiv just mentioned the West Amazon farms that we saw him on social media, and Anthony is not shy to be on social media. He has a lot of videos, clippings where you can actually see him in his outfit. You see him with the yellow, overalls, the hat, and he's down and dirty in there. So if you're ever wondering, hey, is Anthony doing his job? Just jump on social media. You don't have to call him. You'll see exactly where he is. You'll see all the production that's happening. But yeah, Anthony, so if someone wants to get basically in touch with you, they're interested in investing in Guyana, what's the process in order to get a conversation started, all that fun stuff? What's the best way for people to reach
It's
out to
real
you?
simple. I try to keep myself very accessible to people, so they can actually reach out to me on WhatsApp, probably the fastest way by sending a message to 592-622-1957. That's my general consumer and network hotline. Um, but once they send a message there and they're very clear about what their intentions are, it makes it really easy for me to develop a plan for them, have a meeting with them, find out what their goals are, and just point them in the right direction and help to give them some of the tools that they're going to need to utilize while they're doing business here in Guyana, and also some of the contacts that they might need to utilize from our network, which is strategically placed around the world. I mean, we have network offices in China, Bangladesh, Australia, Africa. We have a network office in New York, and we also have network members spreading throughout Canada and Europe right now. We just recently, last year, shut down one of our offices in England so that we can focus a little bit more here in Guyana. So, definitely we've been able to reach a lot of people. I'm happy that you touched base on the fact that persons can tune in anytime to see if Anthony is doing his work. I like the transparency. Most of my network members who even started in Guyana no longer live in Guyana. Over the time span that they developed themselves, a lot of people are remigrating, and now through the network, a lot of people are coming back. And
Right.
they're coming back because there's actually more to earn from investing in Guyana than you can realistically earn from investing in certain other areas in the States. And what I mean by this is not that the States don't have a good economy. However, for the average man to be able to generate wealth in the States, you need to have a substantial amount of money to invest, right? In Guyana, because of the trajectory that we're going in, I mean, over the course of the last 5 years, we've seen 600% growth in
Wow,
real estate,
that is
right?
incredible.
Right? We've seen things like produce skyrocketing in prices because there is a high demand for food, right? There's a high demand for skills. And that's where we started. We started as a skill based organization where it was just a bunch of young people who were learning skills and then started getting jobs, hence the term job fair worldwide, right?
Yeah.
So
That's great that
now,
you should.
now the atmosphere is beautiful for people like us. If you're a hard worker, if you're ingenuitive, if you're a solution driven person, Guyana needs you now. And whether you realize it or not, you probably need Guyana now more than ever. because
Definitely incredible.
all Guyanese were smart enough to build wealth, not just wealth for yourself, but now is the time to build generational wealth. And that is something that our network specializes in, so that you would have something to give to your children, your grandchildren, your grandchildren's children. Very, very important, right? For such a small population, it would be really great if we could see maybe 30% of this population becoming US millionaires over the course of the next 10 years. And the probability of that happening based on what's currently happening in Guyana is very, very high. The only thing that slows it down is the local workforce is not motivated. And that's going to be a huge challenge. But if our Guyanese from the diaspora were to come back down with a positive energy and good plans, you guys can rock it. You would never want to doubt anything I say ever again. Right? I mean, and for persons who have been watching, for those of you who've been following my live stream, I've had my live stream going on since 2019. And I can, you can watch my stream and see my personal growth. And that's that in itself will speak stories that I can't even begin to start. Right? So,
Exactly.
to go
And those are incredible.
Yeah, to go from very low to a US millionaire in 5 years with, just with hard work that people would normally avoid, right? But yeah, so the opportunities are real. It's very, very real. If you're a skilled contractor, you're making money on par with US companies because of the amount of work that's coming in. So, right now, our country, we need skilled people. In fact, I hope that persons from the government get to watch this show and open up a program that helps us to compensate equally our skilled Guyanese who are working for certain dollars overseas, to get them back into the country so that they can start to retrain and help the process of this economic evolution. If not, we're going to be forced to keep going to foreign countries and dealing with a lot of foreigners who are coming in. And whoever comes in, and they're the trainers and they're the bosses, who do you think is going to get the wealth?
Well, that's the main point, Anthony. I mean, we're living in it. I mean, Guyanese are there. You're on the ground. You're at home. You can actually take advantage of all the opportunities. And the key word that you're sharing is that everyone aspires to be a US millionaire. But how many aspires and actually are motivated to do the work? And that's where it's lacking. The willpower for them to translate into manpower. And that's how you create your dreams into reality. And we need to see that. And folks like yourself is amazingly in terms of how you're setting the trend for that to happen. And you mentioned earlier regarding youth initiatives that you started on to where you are today. So take us back for, let's say, someone that's a youth right now that wants to get involved, or at the same time, they want to say, okay, how do I participate? I'm looking for guidance. What are some of the things that they should be looking at in terms of youth initiatives, youth investment that they can go up on one day own and become those US leaders?
Most of the youths, most Guyanese people, when I say this, I can't just say the youths, because there are a lot of adult Guyanese who might as well be considered youths because they lack a certain degree of exposure. So they don't have the full maturity or the full sense to know where to look for options. So I'll say it right now, learn a trade. You want to get wealthy in Guyana, in a country that needs services, learn a trade, learn engineering, okay? Learn medical, you understand? Our country is growing dynamically. You could be a trash man and become a US millionaire in a year in Guyana.
The opportunities are tremendous. My apologies. My camera got cut off here.
That. We need to take pride out of the equation for persons who have nothing to be proud of. You got a lot of people with no jobs, but somehow they got so much pride, they just blocking themselves from opportunities. Since I came to Guyana, I heard people complaining about a lot of different areas, like, for instance, farming. Big thing for years. You see a lot of young people, they don't even want to touch farming. And unfortunately, it's so sad because I've taken, a simple farming project the other day, and now I'm spanning it across the country. And, I figure within the next 5 years, my farming company will be generating something like almost 20 million US dollars a year.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah.
That is incredible.
And it's
Right.
farming, right?
You know, but it's farming, it's networking, it's on a large scale. Right now, we're doing some programs where we're actually reaching into the indigenous communities because they have a lot of land, but they don't have jobs and they don't have training. And a lot of those people feel that they have to leave their community in order to have, you know, a standard of living. And that's not necessarily true because they have something that can generate the right type of value. So one of the programs that we launched the other day is actually helping communities such as, you know, Santa Mission, for an example. We're currently in discussions and we're building some skill building classes and training there so that we can put a farm there at Santa Mission, which will be completely run by the mission. My only duty there is to train them, and then my company is purchasing everything that they produce. And that program there is going to start with 25 acres and it will scale up to 500 acres over the course of the next 10 years. Our goal there is to raise the population of Santa Mission from the current 80 people that they have to hopefully about 3,000 people in the course of the next 10 years, right? Because they're going to need that. If they don't have some type of society that's really active, right? The Amerindians are going to lose their identity while trying to survive. And that's a very scary thing because gradually they are being not economically deprived, but I would say socially deprived from what is really going on. And that is because of logistics and a few other reasons in there. But I do see things improving. The first thing I would say when I went to Santa Mission the other day, I could see every political party flag going out. But what I don't see when I get to the mission is people wanting to stay there. And that's sad. That's very sad. So, you know, I'm doing this in hopes to encourage the young people to stay within their communities because we're going to build wealth in their communities for them, give them jobs, and at the same time stimulate the overall economy for the country. So it's kind of a win-win for everyone there. And I hope that that project can take root. Maybe other business people can do something similar. I'm only one person, but that's something that you know, a lot of people may not take into consideration of. If you're doing business in Guyana and you're becoming very wealthy, you need to find strategic ways to include the people.
True. That's very true.
If you don't,
Absolutely, totally agree.
you know, if you don't do that and you're wealthy, I personally, in my opinion, I see you as a very sinister and selfish individual, right? But that's just my personal opinion. But, you know, we need to take into account that, well, if only a part of the country grows, then nobody really grew.
True.
So, you know, it must be an inclusive approach.
Right, and we've had a lot of people on the show talk about, you know, the temperature in Guyana. It seems that there's a lot of issues when it comes to finding workforce. Apparently, a lot of people are not willing to show up for work consistently. It led to people bringing in foreigners to actually do the work for them. How is that? Has that been a factor in your business? And if so, how did you handle it?
Huge. And the way I handled it is partnerships. Where, well, in my company, Guyanese, you know, being a Guyanese company, we always maintain a majority of control in any of our partnerships. This is absolutely essential. However, we do pay people what they're worth. For instance, I don't mind investing $100 million for a 5% return if that 5% is consistent and I'm not doing any work. Right?
That makes sense.
You know, some people may not see that as feasible. A lot of guys say 5%, 5%, 5%. But then, you know, you really got to think, you know, you can get 100% of $10 or you can get 5% of $10 billion. You make a choice, right?
Exactly.
And one becomes active income and the next becomes passive income. Based on your goals in life, your goals should help you determine what form of income is necessary at that particular point in time, or how much you're willing to take on. I know a lot of people want to grow really fast, so they try to take on a lot, but then they end up burning out. They end up getting stressed out. And if they're not realistic about the environment of Guyana, the social, economic, political, financial environment of Guyana, you can lose everything if you don't know what you're doing, right? Like, seriously, nobody's going to feel sorry for you, because if you're coming into business, you should come in with a feasible strategic plan. Don't just run into anything.
Exactly.
Right?
And I'm guessing that's what you're here for. If they are interested, I mean, you have a lot of business partnership. You're in the agriculture, you're in development of roads, digital classroom stuff. Like, there is so much things that you have your hand in. So I'm guessing it will start with initial reaching out to you. You first have a conversation with them and figure out which sector they want to invest in. What I'm going to do for you, I'm going to give you a listing on the CARICOM Business Network. So that way they have a little bit of idea.
I'm very grateful for that.
No worries, brother. Anything we can do to help, we're here. So it'll have your contact information, a little bit about the business. They definitely can reach out to you direct, have a conversation, and you guys work it out from there. The more the merrier. It takes a village basically to run. And I like what you said earlier. If only poor part of the country develops, it makes no sense. We have to do it together. And for the people that are there, that opportunities are there. If you don't want to take advantage of it, do not be upset or angry or turn on the hate when someone else comes in, swoops in right under you, take advantage of it, and you see them successful. You only have yourself to blame. Here we have on the show Anthony Snow, who's been doing this forever. Like I said earlier, jump on social media. You'll see everything. He's doing all the big trucks, the machinery. He's not just sitting there with a suit and tie, arms crossed, and passing orders. He's literally getting down and dirty. I had the opportunity to speak with him earlier. He literally came off a job site and we spoke. And you could tell the guy is coming from a job, got freshened up, jumped on the show, trying to tell you wonderful people exactly all the opportunities that are there in Guyana. With that being said, I'm going to switch real quick to the viewers. We do have quite a few people here making comments and all that fun stuff. Guys, if you want to ask Anthony a direct question, go ahead and put it in the chat. But I'm going to just give a little shout out to some of our viewers. We have Suraj Prasad, Sandra Prasad, Lalita Samru. They're all in there. Everyone, thank you guys for locking in here today as we talk with Anthony Snow. He's one of the developers in Guyana. He's looking for investors to come. He has his hands in multiple opportunities down there through infrastructure. He is big. I think personally, I'm going to ask you this, Anthony. I noticed that you're doing a lot of development when it comes to agriculture, fruits, vegetables, that kind of stuff. Is that a true assessment?
Yes, that is actually a very accurate assessment. In fact, the reason why I'm able to do so many things at one time is because they're all symbiotically tied into each other. For instance, housing and construction and infrastructure, all of those things go together. If you have housing, you have infrastructural development, you're doing that for people. People need food. It ties into each other, right? So almost everything that I'm doing ties into the overall goal of creating a sustainable, safe community in almost every area of the country. Right now, the community that we're building will become an example. And we started with the low income style payment system for that community, which allowed people to invest very cheap. I remember when we started, it was like $50 a month. You could have been doing payments on a $15,000 land. Now, 5 years later, that's $100,000 US that those lots are worth. Just to give people a real idea of the growth that's happening. And, it's a collective growth because it happens because of a little bit of everything that's happening in our society. But definitely the oil took it, right? The oil
right, true.
it right there, made it, so now, like I said, now is definitely the time. And there are a lot of opportunities out there for people who are looking. You might see me working really, really hard. Of course, I have some passive opportunities on the side, but then, as you're growing in this life, you realize a body in motion stays in motion. So it's always good to have something to keep you busy. I mean, a little stressful sometimes with
it comes with the territory. Now, Anthony, I think you may have gotten your first investor here. We have Suraj Prasad who posted a question: what can I invest in as a person who does not live in Guyana? So I'm gonna let you handle this one.
Okay, so investments and what you can invest in is definitely determined by how much you want to invest and what type of ROI you're looking for. Uh, you know, what is it? What return on your investment you are looking for, right? And that also, once again, is determined by the amount you're investing in, because there are tons of things you can invest in that are passive in Guyana, but more passive investments tend to be very, expensive to get in. So it depends on where or what budget you're kind of playing with, right? So if Siraj can give me a number, maybe I can guide him a little bit better in terms of like a dollar figure that he's looking to invest. I can definitely give him an idea as to where he can invest based on the amount that he wishes to invest. And if he
Perfect.
has understanding as to the type of rate of return that he's looking on his money, I can definitely tell him if it's practical or if it's not practical based on the current market.
Perfect. Well said. Suraj, if you don't want to wait, it'll take me about 24 hours to get Anthony's information on the network. If you want to send a private message, I'll be more than happy to share his contact info with you. Is that okay, Anthony?
That's perfectly fine. The info that
Perfect.
I reveal here is all over the public, because at the end of the day, many
Excellent.
will be called and few will be chosen. I didn't say it. I agree with that, right?
Cool. So I will share that info with you. We're gonna take one more questions from the chat, and then we have we have actually the Prince Navin Prabhoo standing by. Let's see what we got here. Come on, people.
Good night,
This
to all
one, what do you
my
think about
on
what do you
Facebook.
think about the hairdressing industry in Guyana?
Hairdressing industry in Guyana? It's always going to be very lucrative wherever you have a lot of women, and Guyana has a lot of women, right? And the fact that social media is a huge buzz. So whether people are broke or they got money, they want to look good for the public, right? Beauty has it's always going to have business in beauty. I
Okay.
used to invest in skincare a very long time ago. I made a lot of money in skincare, and I could tell you, people like the physical. So, men,
Cool.
women, everybody wants to look good. Everybody wants to feel good about themselves, So things like salons, once again, based on your budget, right? Because,
Right. Right.
a
I do.
salon in one area may not do as well as a salon in a different area,
Right.
right?
Of
Right.
course.
So you got to know, like, what you're really coming into, and you have to be fairly good at what you're doing, and you have to have some good marketing skills. But barbershops, salons, even pharmacies, all these little things, right? They're making money, more money than people can imagine. There is a
Right.
lot of money that circulates through Guyana. I
I
don't
believe you. From
realize it.
from my
I
last
see
trip, I
that.
saw it. I saw it for myself. We do have one more question here. This is from NHI Cornerstone, real estate company. He says, "Well, I don't know if you can answer this, but please try your best. What is the government of Guyana doing to encourage Guyanese to invest in Guyana?"
Oh man, that's very easy, right? By the way, many thanks to this current administration for the infrastructural investments that they are doing at this time. That's one of the biggest things, and they are making it a little bit easier for larger companies to do business in Guyana. That is systematically taking up the real estate prices throughout the whole country. There, in my opinion, there should not be a poor Guyanese who owns land in Guyana,
Of course, absolutely.
Yeah, the land
especially if you're
prices are
along the coast.
ridiculous.
As
Yeah.
if you're a landowner and you're on the East Bank and you're broke, it's no
Go to work.
idea what the hell you're doing, and you probably need some financial guidance, because right now the market is hot. Okay, the market is hot. You can build a nice place and get $2,500 a month rent minimum.
Oh wow.
If you build a decent place, you invest 300,000 to 400,000 you can see maybe about 4,000 or 5,000 dollars rental coming back every month out of Guyana
That's
safely.
incredible.
But
Cool.
it depends on the community that you build in as well. If you go to a real rundown ghetto community with a bunch of low-minded people in it, and we have those, okay, and you go there thinking that the cheapest deal might give you the best rate of return, you may be wrong,
Awesome.
right? So, you know, these are things that you have to look at. It's going to take some time for education and all of these new things that are coming in to really affect the current population, because you have to remember we're still being affected right now. The lack of labor is a result of a 30-year long brain drain, right?
Right.
So, but that's also why we have so many little issues, a lot of court cases and all of these things, because a lot of the really intelligent people left a very long time ago.
That's
And,
true. That's true.
you know, and I don't say that to kind of knock the people that are here. However,
It's a reality.
the functionality of the systems that are run by a majority of those people will show you where their deficiencies are. And, you know, that's why I keep talking about, you know, if you're coming and you could be good at training people to do businesses, you know, if you're good with human resource management in those areas, you're going to do freaking.
That's amazing. Now, Anthony, I would love to stay here and chat with you a lot longer. Unfortunately, we do have Prince and Navin Prabhoo standing by. What I would like to do is invite you to come back on the show anytime. Any new updates, anytime. Feel free to come back anytime. Just reach out to me or Shiv. Let's set something up. We'll definitely love to have you back. What I'm going to do the next time you come back, I'm going to put the entire hour for you, because I think you have a lot of knowledge to share. But unfortunately, we got another guy. Feel free to stick around. It's totally up to you if you want to stick around while we talk to Prince Navin Prabhoo, or, you know, just let me know if you want to fall off. I'll be more than happy to accommodate that. But thank you so much for taking the time out. This is the fastest 41 minutes ever.
Lord, 40,
Absolutely.
42 minutes went up just like that. Well, you know, time flies when you have the fun or you're doing something that's worth it. Thank God it wasn't
Absolutely.
boring.
And the information that you've shared, Anthony, you've been very candid, but also being very sincere. And those are the things people want to hear right now, because all you hear is that Guyana's a great place to invest, or you need to invest in Guyana and so forth. And you're being sold a golden opportunity. But what comes behind the golden opportunity is a lot of hard work,
There's a lot of
hands-on
work behind it.
a lot of
people-
thought.
True. So Anthony,
You
take
emphasize that. Thank you so much.
yeah. No worries, Anthony. Take a minute and, you know, leave our viewers with your last thoughts. Go ahead. Floor is yours.
Okay, so the first thing I want to tell everyone out there is don't worry about anyone when they tell you you can't do it. The amount of times that especially if you're living in Guyana, there's a lot of people that are demotivated and they feel that, you know, if they can't get the motivation to do something great, it's best no one else does it. You need to block out all negativity, whether it's from family or friends or those you think that are close to you. At the end of the day, we need our strongest, most positive-minded Guyanese coming to the front. There is support for you, but it's realistic and it's practical. And if you don't know where to start, I'll tell you a couple places. Number one, whether it's the Quran, whether it's the Bible, or whether it's the Ramayana, find one. Al is good. God wants to reach out. And once you find that, you will start to become self-aware. And then you will find the strength within yourself, right? Don't let negativity get to you. We live in a negative world. If I let that get to me, I would have been dead a long time ago. I wouldn't be here today to speak. And that's one of the reasons why everything I do, I try to be as transparent as possible. All of those shows that I do is to show everyone you can do it, no matter where you come from. So believe in yourselves, right?
Awesome. Well said, brother. Well said.
Well said.
Cool. All right. Thank you. Are you going to stick around, or are you going to fall off?
Well, you know, like you mentioned earlier, I actually just came in from a work site. I didn't even get to eat dinner yet. I didn't get to do much of anything. Just cleaned up and came on the show because I don't really want to look too wrecked. But as you can see, I'm looking a little sunburnt in the sun all the time. But I will be listening on the other end because I think it's very interesting and it's a great opportunity to be here. Peace and love to all your viewers. Peace and love to all the hosts. Thank you guys greatly for the opportunity. And, you know, I feel good about myself that you guys were able to contact me. It feels great. And I hope that other Guyanese can have a chance to be on this platform and share their experiences so that, you know, more Guyanese can get a real view of what is happening. Because it's a great place to be right now, but you need to be well informed and you need to be practical.
Perfect. We'll do our little part in it.
To you, Anthony.
Thank you, guys.
Awesome, brother. Take care. Have a great evening.
Have a great evening and all the best for the holidays.
Take care, gentlemen. Bye-bye.
See you.
All right, that was fast. I keep looking at the
Wow,
time.
that
It was
was-
like too much fun. But guess what? We are not locked in for an hour and we have to cut off. We can go past the hour. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the man, the Prince, Navin Prabhoo.
Good night, guys. Good night, Trev.
Good
Yes,
evening,
man.
good evening.
Good evening, Shiv, right?
Yes, that's
Right, and good
Nice to have
evening,
you on.
Trevor. Yes, it's a pleasure to be here. I was listening there, and that's really that Anthony he had some good ideas, some really nice ideas. And as he was talking about Guyana, just August I was in Guyana, and trust me, that place is booming, boy.
Well,
That
you see,
place
the
is
good thing
booming.
of it is you're at the right time now to talk about the Prince because you talked about the business, the hard work.
Yeah.
No, you can actually talk about what happens after that because
Yeah.
we
I
don't
know
love
what-
to work. We love to play hard as well too, right?
Of course. When you work hard, you party hard as well too. There's time for everything.
Definitely, brother. What Prince?
Yeah,
I want to
man.
thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule to spend some time with
Pleasure.
us, for
Yes.
viewers to get to know you. We're going to talk a little bit about all the fun stuff that you got going on.
Yeah.
I do know that you dropped a new song a couple of days or a week ago.
Yes. I drop a new one, and this one is a tribute to one of our chutney kings down here, Uncle Budram Holas. I don't know if you guys are aware or know about him. A great chutney singer. He passed. And this one it's supposed to be a collab with me and him, but unfortunately he is passing and he wasn't well prior to that. So we couldn't really go to the studio. Well, he couldn't go to the studio to really do his stuff, and he wouldn't want to do it halfway anyhow. But I say, you know what? I'm still gonna do the song, and I'm gonna make it a tribute to him. So this song is really nice. It's garam masala chutney. Is like it's like how to put it. They got when you're eating. Well, down here in Trinidad, we got something we're eating doubles, right? Everybody know doubles, right?
Right.
So when you're eating the doubles, you got pepper sauce, right? And
Yes.
then down here now they got something hotter than the pepper sauce. They call it roast pepper. You know about the roast pepper? It's
No,
pepper
never
that
heard of it.
well, right. That is something that they roast the pepper with tomato and they make a kind of, they just call it a mother-in-law kind of thing, but they call it they roast pepper down. It's more hot than the pepper. It's really hot. So this song is like hotter than usual.
Listen,
the one that's making you
Navin, can I jump in here for a quick second?
Sure.
I got a couple of people telling me that there's a little bit of feedback. By any chance, do you have a computer or TV running there?
Probably I have it. Let me lower it down a little bit. Probably the speaker is kind of close to me. I'm gonna drop
Some
the-
people are saying there's a little bit of a feedback.
Okay. All right. What about there? It's a little better.
I think so. I'm not really getting too much.
still in
You-
there.
What do you a feedback like a echo like you hear?
Yeah, there
The
is.
sound, the sound echo when Trevor speaks, or myself. I hear myself speaking back.
Oh, then that have to be the Let me just shift this here a little bit. All right, I'm hearing you guys perfect.
No feedback on your end?
No, I'm
Wow.
hearing you really good. You guys perfect. What about me? You still hearing that feedback?
No, I'm actually hearing you good. Let me shut down. I don't know if Facebook is causing any issue. Oh man, what a day.
Yeah, I'm
hear
hearing
the
you guys
echo.
good.
He probably should be performing right now, Trevor. That's probably why we're doing it. You shouldn't be
Yeah.
talking. You should be singing.
Yeah, yeah, man.
Yeah, let's go ahead. I think we fixed it.
Solved
Not
it there?
sure.
Okay, yeah. So we was talking about the hot chutney, right? So
Yes.
this song is like the extra hot chutney. it's something extra with it. You know, the dholak and the dantal and thing is the real garam masala. I coined it garam masala. You know, I don't know. I say this song, this style of singing is like garam masala. You know, it's hot. So it's
Feel the flavor.
it's
You feel the flavor. It bites you to dance. You got to get up and move.
exactly. You gotta drink some. You gotta drink some water. Some kind. You drink some. You drink some Banks beers or something. You know what I
No,
mean?
man, you can still punch it on the white oak, man. It's
Well,
okay.
punching and white oak. Yeah. No, well, I mean, yeah, Trinidad. You know, but you wouldn't believe when I was in Guyana there. We had a really good time, and yeah, we was sporting boy, and I drink some Banks beer. I always drink. I when I go Guyana, I always like to drink Banks beers. You wouldn't believe that. I like the
Very
Banks
nice.
beers, cold, breezy, cold. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
you drink that, and we sported up on the whole whole night. I tell you, we can't sleep, boy. But it was really nice. It was really nice. Guyana, I love Guyana. And, you know, we have been so much time to Guyana. Well, recently, well, as I told you, August month I was there, and before, you know, it's changed up so much. Really nice, really nice. But coming back to our hot chutney here now, a little spice up anything now, you know. This is
Definitely.
it.
I mean, looking at it, you seem to have a very long background of singing, Navin. So talk
Yes.
us through like, your path. Like, where did you start? Where are
Okay.
you now? Where do you need to go?
Okay. Well, great. Well, for those who don't know, you know, well, my name is Prince Navin Prabhoo, right? And I came from the dynasty of my mom, well, you know, the Prabhoo family. My mom, Ramraji Prabhoo, you might know her. And
Yeah.
also my brother Hitman as well, too, you know. And my other brothers as well, Naresh and Nirmal. All of us sing, you know. So
Right.
I came from that. And for the earlier ages, you know, it was like we grew up in the like satsang, you know, we sing religious music and we grew up. That's where we grew up in, you know, the dolak, the dantal, the organ, you know, singing religious songs. That's where it all starts. That's where everything come from. Every single thing comes from there. Comes from the
That's where you
root.
have that's where you have the glass at the back of you and you're beating in the front and you're just drinking and get tired and thirsty.
The glass. No, well, what kind of thing you have in that glass? Yeah, no, but it's basically, you know, it's like prayers, you know, temple, Ramayans, you know, things like that. We grew up in that. And, you know, my mom, well, it started off with her, and then we grew up in it, you know, and beating the dholak and the dantal. And, you know, I just gonna make it like a nutshell, you know, so people could understand.
Yeah.
So, you know, I had some years of, I took some training of tabla, you know. I'm a little thing affiliated with everything, you know.
Very
I had
nice.
I had, you know, speeding up from there now. You know, we went to New York. We stayed there a while. Come back Trinidad. Went back to New York. Come back, and we was in Guyana. That's all in the, like in the '97 going up to 2000. All that time we was in Guyana there, and then New York as well. You know, back and forth. And I had my band, D Generation X band. That's a full band, you know, guitars and chops and everything. I run that band for like, we had it in New York like 2 years, and then I came Trinidad and I reopened the band down here. And I run it for like, I opened back, I believe I opened back the band like in 2005 or 2006, somewhere around there. And I run the band for like about 10, 15 years.
Wow.
Yeah, and music right through, you know, music right through, doing our stuff, you know, whether it's reception, just doing our thing, you know, making the people happy. That's what we are about, you know, entertainers, is making sure that when you go there, you put out your best and you make the people happy. That's the main goal
Absolutely.
in what you're doing, you know. And speeding up there, you know, going through this whole, there's so much thing I could talk about, but I'm just trying to
Go
keep
ahead.
online, you
Just
know.
go ahead, let us hear. We're here
Yeah,
to hear
so
about you.
right. So going through all of that with the band and stuff. Then I entered the Soca Monarch. Was finalist 3 times there. I also entered the down here the Synergy Chutney Star finalist again there. I came second in that, and so many things, you know. So coming to closer now to now, I reopened my band again, you know. But the name of the band now is a traditional style band, you know. So the name of the band is Chutney Fusion Crew. Now you can check me out on YouTube, on Facebook as well, Twitter, you know, TikTok, and you'll see many videos where I'm singing and stuff like that. So you can check it out there, Prince Navin Prabhoo, and any one of the platforms, and you'll see lots of stuff, videos with me, interviews, and like this. Also, I'm gonna this video here, interview here, gonna be added on to my collection as well too. Documentation wise, and it's great. And so speeding up to now, I'm doing my thing, singing. I also do stuff with my tracks as well too. So it's with the band, and plus I have my tracks as well too. So according to how people want to hire you, they hire you to suit.
Exactly. Of
Yeah.
course. And where do you see yourself going in the future now? Like, are you more active in the singing side, running the band, like instruments? Because you're very versatile. Like, you could do anything.
Yeah,
you want.
yeah.
Where do you
Well,
find yourself as the best?
yes. Well, in the future, see myself obviously, keeping up the culture, keeping up the dancing in like in Suriname, they say dancing in and dancing in Trinidad, all different kind of things. Just it's mainly keeping up the culture, making the world know what chutney music is. I mean, the world already know what chutney music is because there's a lot of places I go and I hear chutney music playing and stuff. You know what I mean? So it's out there. It's out there. We just want to get more like into the awards, like like the Academy Awards. If we could get it inside there, that would be great for the
Right.
industry. But
Definitely.
I see it reaching there. But certain songs might reach there. I mean, obviously all the songs would not reach Grammy stage.
Yes.
But
Yes.
there are many that could. There are
course.
many that could, and we are there to try and just keep the culture. That's my job, and the rest of the artists, I'm sure, is the same thing. Just keep going forward, and one day, I mean, it's like Elvis and Beatles and them. You're gonna look back on all these things. People like the future. The younger artists coming up and so on. They're gonna look at these stuff. The same interview we doing here. They're gonna be because something. Prince, myself, I'm a quiet guy, reserved guy. Although you see me out there and doing my stuff, I love it. But I'm also a very guy to myself, so to speak, because there is where I get to do my stuff, meaning that like musically wise, I like to watch a lot of documentaries and stuff like that.
Nice.
So you get yourself, yeah, you must be aware of what you're doing and why you're doing it and things like that. Like for instance, like Darminja, we were just talking about the great. I did a little tribute to him on my Facebook. You guys can check it out. I did a little short tribute to him. I sing one of his songs, Ajmosam, that he shadowed. And when you look at these guys and you look at where their career started and where they reach and stuff like that, it's really, really amazing. Really, it's humble beginnings. These guys, just like myself, humble beginnings, and I ain't reach where I think I want to reach yet. Obviously, I have reached that stage where I can say yes, I did it all, and I think it's time for me to hang up the belt or anything like that. I mean, I'm still young. I can still do a lot. I have a lot of years ahead of me, but I have reached that stage where I say, well, in this industry, this shuttle industry, in this music industry, that I reached that stage that I can say I can hang up the belt, and I do a lot. I do so much that I can say I do too much. I don't think there is something as too much.
And Prince, Navin, you talked about your heritage, your background,
Yeah,
family, and so on. And
Yeah.
music, the culture is in your DNA. That's like part of who you are. I mean, you can't take that out of yourself. So
and
tell
you
us
know,
about booking.
yes. Well, before I said about the booking there, but as I say, it's in my blood, right? It's on both sides of my family. From my dad's side and my mom's side was singers, both sides.
Oh
You
wow.
know, so yeah, my mom's side, my grandfather and grandmother, they used to do like chowtal singing, pagwan singing. Yeah, they come from that era. They like the beat the dolak and play the harmonium and real chowtal. You know what I mean? Real nice music, and they with my mom and them. They grew up in it, and. So, and on my dad's side as well too, his father used to do classical singing, and he used to do a little singing too with a band up where he grew up. So it's both side. But coming back to the bookings, as you say, well, you can look me up, as I say, on Facebook, TikTok, um, all these platforms, YouTube, anything, and you can send me a message, through TikTok or Facebook, anywhere. My number to get in contact with me, 1868 Trinidad code, right? For abroad and what and stuff. 1868 393 5604. 393 5604. Like I said, I do any type of style of singing. I also sing a little soca thing too, because in the band that where we had, where I had I also, well, obviously I was one of the frontline singer, so we used to be doing a lot of mixture of music. So it's when the prince come through, it's not only chutney again everything.
Full, a full set.
You're getting a
I
full
love
set,
it.
a full set. So you could, for all the people out there, all the fans out there, everybody out there, especially on this chat right now, on this, I just loving this vibes here with you guys. This CARICOM Business Network is such a great thing. And I was listening as I was backstage here, listening, so to speak, right, and listening to the different, you know, things that you guys have going on, and the idea. Me and Trevor was talking there earlier on, and the ideas are very, very impressive, and I like it. I like your guys' direction, and most of all, what I really, really do love about this program you guys doing is that you're giving air to the artists, to whether it's artists, whether it's a business, whether whatever you have product you have to sell. This is a platform that you can come and you can get help, and they will help you. Trust me, you guys are really, really, really impressed, and I love what you're doing.
Definitely. And Navin, you talked about all the preparations, and I mean, it keeps coming to my mind. And the industry is changing towards a lot of concerts and a lot of shows as well,
Yeah.
too. Not just about the party. And you see like guys like Masha leading the charge. Hopefully, we do get those Grammy in the future.
Yeah.
And you see the
Yeah.
crossover. I mean, you see Pepper Vine, the collaboration in those kind of songs. Mixing the
Exactly.
culture, the soca, the chutney, the party,
Yeah.
like you get everything in it, and it's never too late for you to really make that song that you're gonna keep making the music
Keep making, yeah,
power.
exactly, and which one gonna hit? Because something, Shiv, is like this. In the chutney music, the Indo-Caribbean music has reached so far that even in India, right? In India, in the film industry, right?
Mhm.
This Kaise Bani, but we all know that is from the Caribbean. Well, Sundar Popo, right? Sundar Popo. It had a this movie. I believe was Salman Khan. He was shadowing a piece of the song. I forgot his name, the name of the movie, right? But he was singing a piece of song. It was a song they added in there. Kaise bani, kaise bani,
Yeah.
kaise bani, Rama, kaise bani, Polori bin chatani. The same thing they're singing. So it's like India. Nowadays we take it from India,
They
meaning
took them
like
out too.
melodies and stuff, right? Now,
Yeah.
nothing wrong in that. I love it.
Yeah.
I have no problem with it. There is different style, but it's different style that I don't know. Down here in Trinidad, we call it like Bolini, right? That means that you take a Hindi melody and you put English shit, and it's a sweet, sweet music,
Yeah.
sweet, sweet music. Just like when they have the Trinidad, in Trinidad here, they also have the chutney, like what I'm singing. That is we call it like that's book song, right? Book song they call it. That's come from the text, and they have this certain thing. So it's original thing, but it's music as well too. So the music evolved, but we always have the traditional roots part of it. And although it evolved and it go wherever it go, we always have to know where it come from.
Absolutely. And Navin, everything that you're talking about is the roots and staying true to the culture and promoting everything that you have learned. I want you to keep
Yes.
going on. I'm sure by having a band, you continue to make that impact. And
Of
I
course.
have two questions for you.
Yeah, sure.
The first one is everyone wants to come to Carnival. What
Oh,
are you
yeah.
doing for Carnival? What
Well-
can someone expect for Carnival?
Well,
And my next question is,
yeah.
I'm gonna give it to you right now. Is it gonna be you or the rum?
If it gonna be me or the rum?
You don't know the song, man. Stop drinking.
Oh yes, yeah. Oh yeah. That's the
Your,
which,
your, your song, your girl or the rum.
Oh, I now catch where you're coming from. Me stop drinking. Yeah. Right. Well, boy, is you had to balance that, you know. You had to balance that. You really had to balance. You have to balance that rum, uh, and your girl or your wife or
I put you in the
however.
spot there, right?
Well, yeah. Whatever stage you're in, you know what I mean? It's something that you really have to balance. But what I'll say is that there is time and place for everything. So it's like this, you know, in your younger days, meaning your teens and your early 20s and things like that, you can drink day and night and get up the next day. Well, you know that. I'm sure you pass through them thing. Sporting whole night and you get up the next day, and when the first thing you get up your body and your beer, you say take that. But as you get older now, your body wouldn't be able to go that distance. So therefore, when I say there is time and place for everything, one person have to know when they say here we're going another cool long on this side for give my family. Either you have to choose, and I just say you have to choose. They reach that point. Is either your family or you choose your rum, and or you could just juggle it in the right way that you could still lime and have your family and live a good life. You know, so coming to the carnival there now, I was asking me about the carnival there now. Well, carnival coming here, we just have a lot of gigs, you know, different gigs. We have shows. Well, besides it, all the big concerts where they having and like Choppy Soca Monarch. I've been there, done that. So I really intend back right now for now. I just staying out of it. But there's so much other activities that will be going on that we deciding from the wedding house and the birthday party and things like that with me, with my band and so. There's a lot of activities that's be taking place. So if anybody want to come to Trinidad for Carnival, trust me, it's a very, very nice time, and it's a nice experience. Very, very nice. You know, just like, you know, in Guyana you have March, right? You know, and Trinidad we had this carnival here, and different islands have the different stuff, but it's all basically nearly the same thing, you know. But the experience that you experience when you go to all of these big shows and all these, you have so much fete that's be going on down in Trinidad here for carnival. But there's nowhere the hell to really go. But you're hearing this one singing so, that one singing so, big concert here, and all these things happen. Sometimes one night have like 5-6 shows, you know.
I actually heard about that. I have quite a few friends who go down to Trinidad. They don't miss the carnival down there.
Yeah.
You guys know how to party. I can give that to you.
For real. We could really.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah. I say we can really party. We know how to party. But I wouldn't lie. When I was in Guyana, as I told you in August month, when I went to Guyana there, I think Trinidad could party, you know, but you see Guyanese, my body and them won't trust me. I had to break, you know, boy. Watch me, we real had a good time. I feel Guyana, they could party real hard too, boy. Real hard too. Real hard. And you know,
but I think Trinidadians, you guys.
No. Well, I mean, you know, yeah. It have that. We love to party. We love to go to the river. You know, that kind of stuff down here. It's really, really nice down here. And Guyana, I must, as I say, I was hearing Anthony talking just now there. A great guy, great vision, you know, and great information. You know, Guyana is really, really up in. Watch me. I don't know. You know, there's a word I'm trying to look for, but I see it in the dictionary yet. But in the next 5 years, if front of them win, right? They win. And what I see they was doing before the election and all these things and happening, Waji Bridge. Right? I mean, you can't please everybody. Just like in Trinidad. You try to do something good, you must get some opposition. Somebody gonna say something. Just like in the singing world as well too. You come out with a song. Not everybody might like your song, but you must get a little opposition on this and that. But the majority, as a artist that is a professional, I want to say, you know, you will get the majority of people go like you because you've been consistent and they know you, you know. But in the next 5 years, Guyana, trust me, Guyana, Trinidad, watch yourself, boy.
So, so, Prince, tell me what you got going on in terms of studio. Are you working on any big projects?
Yeah, well, as we speak, well, yes, well, well, I released this one, Najani. As I say, you can check it out on YouTube, Prince Navin Prabhoo, and you pull it up, and you'll see my songs. You'll see a lot of songs. Um, Now, as we speak, I'm doing a video. I have a new song coming out as well, which I'm going to contact you guys to come and release that song live on there. You know, the video. I'm doing the video, but right now in Trinidad, we are overcast, and when we watch the the weather report, it might be like for the whole week coming down. You know, today's only Tuesday, and I was like, damn, I was supposed to do a shoot yesterday, rain. Today, rain. I want to check this thing straight down until the whole week because I can't finish. I'm trying my best because I did a shoot already, but I had to do a couple more now, you know. And I'm trying to finish up that. So that is in the making right now. Where it's a couple of songs I have in the pipeline, so to speak. And you know, beside the from show this weekend, we booked out. You know, I'll be Maticor. Then I gotta go in Grandy side. And next singing again, I gotta go. It's so much things going along, you know, so much things. So you can keep track of the Prince, you know, and his stuff I think on Facebook, you know, TikTok as well too. I put up a lot of content there, so you can see what the Prince is doing, you know. But I am really, really, really heading up to well, you know, we are going to the Christmas season right now, and this next song I'm going to be bringing out. Well, this one is the chutney. And that's all I'm gonna say. I don't want to say too much. I don't want to let the cat out of the bag, so to speak. You know.
Yeah.
But this, and you know, as we talking on the industry, you know, I'm a guy. I like to give Jackie jacket, right?
Right.
I mean, if somebody deserve their kudos, give them it. You know, whether you might like them, you might support them or what. If somebody do something, I believe if you have the opportunity or somebody asks, where you very very rarely get people like that and artists like that, and on the whole you get people like that to say, you know what, all right, here we're going on. Me, I really like the guy, you know, but here what happened, you see, he just do a real good work. Understand, a carpenter, I just joined it as a carpenter. Say, why me and this guy, we fall out, you know, we don't really talk anything, but he's a very, very good carpenter. And if people can be true to themselves, to be honest, you know, they will reach very far, very, very far. And besides reaching far in this physical world, in the spiritual world, you're making your way much easier. You're making your way much easier because the Lord will see. If nobody not seeing how true and honest he is, the Lord seen that. So when the time is come, and you had to go for that day for judgment, the Lord will stop and he will show you the Quran. Everybody show you we had to go to judgment, right? And he will show you. He say, listen, you remember so and so happened, but you did this and you did that. That was very good. Your good side, Wayne. Good. Me, I said, you know, on that side, you're doing good. So this is the thing. So look like this. I met him over there when I went. That is Simon Naidu, right? You know Simon Naidu. And he have a latest song. And that song is really nice. I love that song. I think Vicari write the song for him, and when I saw that, I feel so nice and I feel so good. You know, the camaraderie between the artists now, because you know sometimes you don't get that, and that was so nice. You know, and his I want to big up Simon Naidu, man. The song he did, you know, really nice. Like I say, I'm a guy like to big up people and, you know, give credit where it's due. You know, so big up to Simon Naidu on that song. I love the song. Song really sweet, really nice. But coming back to me now, you know, it's really nice to come on this program here and be with you guys. You know, the connection here, this platform you guys creating here and doing what you guys doing is only love. It's only people would love to do these things. I mean, besides everything, there is a cost to everything. We all know that. But the major part of putting together and making the extra effort to do what you guys doing and give people like myself and others like Tony and so much others you had before us,
Right.
and give them the opportunity so people can hear them and hear your story or hear what you have to offer or hear your new song. Whatever it is, this platform is the platform. And I trust me, you guys have many really, really far to go. Real far. Big people gonna recognize you guys. The effort that you're doing, the right people and the right minds gonna fall on you guys, and what trust me, that is be it, you know. It'll be like a song. You're singing your whole life. Nobody really notice you. But the one song you sing and you make a hit, everybody know you.
That's it. That's the difference. That's it. That takes one.
It only take one song for people to recognize it. Just like you guys, you doing this, or they're doing all the thing, or they're doing, and you're gonna see. You're gonna prosper from this. You guys gonna get what all you deserve. Whatever it might be. Yes. You guys gonna get what you guys deserve. Because you're helping people. This program is helping people, so you feel the Lord has seen that. He gonna smile on you guys, make things happen for you. That, you know what I mean?
And the main thing of it is
Huh?
one of the good things. I mean, this is my second time on the program. The first time I came on.
Oh,
I mean, the time goes so quickly.
so fast.
I mean, you have great content, great people, positive environment, whatever, and watching
Yeah.
the intro started is a platform for folks to come and express themselves,
Exactly.
knowing that they have the freedom to do so. You're not being judged, you're not being
Nah.
censored. You can come and say what you want to say.
Exactly.
And that positivity goes a far way because you don't have a script that you have to read. Or
Nah.
that you're not. And the authenticity of this program is amazing because it adds to the platform and it gives you a platform for you to succeed in. Most importantly, people can really know your story because how many of folks that would listen to your songs from North America and Guyana
Yeah.
knows what Prince does on a daily basis.
Exactly. A lot of people don't know. But beside it from, singing and stuff like that, like I say, I like to watch documentaries and stuff like that, go through the archives, and that fascinates me. I'm always fascinated by the past. Meaning, when I mean the past, I mean in like the early ages, the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, well, 80s, and beyond. But I always fascinated by those days, 40s, the 1900s, going back in 1700s. You would believe me, the kind of thing I just be researching and doing and thing, On my spare time, when I have nothing, meaning a very rare, because you always have something. I always have something to do. I always have a new song, more song I have, to tune it and all these things with my organ and thing. I always busy, but sometimes it is really need to take that time out from everything. That time out from the world. Sometimes you wouldn't believe this, guys, but I sometimes I just feel sometimes I feel like I can go in go in the forest, right, and get away from this world. You know what I mean? No, I'm not saying I live in the world, but just go there for a little week or two without no internet, no nothing, you understand? And just actually going in there and just live with nature and just revitalize back yourself then, just pull back that nature, that energy. And I believe it's in China or Japan, one of those countries, they have a park that the older people, well, anybody could go through it, right? But there is a park that I believe is probably like about 2 or 3 miles, that they have a trail and they have it very clean and nice, and people like older people and stuff, like retirees and so, like once for the day, or either twice or 3 times a week, they just go through the park, and it have so much nice things for them to reflect on. They have like streams, they have birds, they have different things, like a little sanctuary. And when you go through that, the statistics show, the doctors and them show, like they send like stroke patients and people who mentally kind of challenged, small thing like that and it helped them, it bring down their pressure, the level of the mind, it bring down that pressure when they go through that. They walk through the park and play with the birds. It have things just seen and things. It just take them away from the world. and make them bring down that pressure and the mind of this world we live in, this Maya we live in. We could talk so much. We could go whole night and just say, time is fly, eh?
I know.
Time
Well,
is fly.
that's true. When you find yourself going to that forest and in seclusion,
Yeah.
your pen and make some tunes. Bring us back some new songs.
Exactly. You could face the world again, and then you come out, you hear the same neighbor cussing and it's all right. Yeah, boy, you go ahead, you fix up. And you leave me writing. But it's really, really nice. It's really, really nice that we look at how much thing we touch on, eh?
Yeah.
We touch on singing. Of course, well, I let the viewers know, well, who don't know me, well, where I came from, a little bit of everything, and so much thing we touch on. I enjoying this so much. You wouldn't believe this, eh? I am enjoying this conversation with you guys and knowing that it's a live program and everyone is listening out there. And I sure we can touch them some way or the other and make them feel a little better somehow.
But I
Trust
do
me.
want to apologize. For some reason, there is a little feedback. I don't know what happened. But that's why I'm not much interactive every time I talk
Oh.
about the feedback. So I do want to apologize. I don't know what happened. Actually, I think what happened. This happened this when me wasn't with me.
Uh-huh.
So it at a night. So I think it happened again. So every time I upload, it's causing some issues. I'll have to rectify this. I do apologize to the viewers. Currently, it was fine with Mr. Snow. Sorry. Yeah, apparently we don't know what happened. I do apologize.
Yeah, I'm now hearing you there. It's going and coming kind of way. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why I'm trying to be silent on mute. Yeah, man, come in. Look, very kind. Appreciate it. From the heart. Your mouth. There's okay. Old Caribbean business all in one.
Yes.
Represent in the Caribbean. I did see it happening. So this is our team went forward.
This is according. This is Abhi thing, boy. Yeah, man. You know they have Abhi choose. This is Abhi. This you guys. As I say,
Now, Shiv, you can be rude for us. Gotta join.
Oh, the shit! Yeah. You gotta, you know how the thing this go down.
You are the celebrity. You're the guy on stage. You gotta back.
Yeah.
That is great touch on that.
Yes.
So, Cena, we're talking about back hop on stage with. You have a back, different songs.
It's breaking a lot, Trevor.
Yeah, it's breaking. Yeah, I'm hearing
Shiv.
Shiv. I'm hearing Shiv good, but I don't know. With on your end, I'm
Yeah, I
barely
think
making.
your audio on your end is a bit. Yeah. So basically, I mean, wrapping up Navin. I mean, it's been a pleasure having you.
Of course.
We definitely can't let go without answering some of our viewers' questions. They've obviously enjoyed having him on this evening. And
Of course.
we're getting a lot of rating through Toronto here, so nothing different from what you experienced.
Yeah, well, good.
The first question is, would you collaborate with the Hitman? Do a collaboration.
Would I collaborate with the Hitman?
Yeah.
Of course, yeah. Yeah, well, that's my brother. So we did we sang on albums together and thing, but actually do a song together. We didn't really do that together, but I did a song with my mom and so like that. Yeah. Of course, that is in the making, man, for sure.
And one of our viewers want to hear you bust a tune from Parang Tune.
A Parang tune. All right. Yeah. Well, I am a jack of all trades and I can sing a little bit of everything. You understand? Well, if they want to hear a little Parang, I'm sure they might do this one. I want a Spanish woman to marry me. Give me a soca parang. Let me move my feet. Parang so nice and parang so sweet. Spanish woman. I want to see you dance and move to the beat. Hey! I don't want no sorrel, no ginger beer. I ain't drinking them thing this year. All I want for me Christmas is a Spanish woman. Don't para me in Spanish woman. They go. That's a big song in Trinidad. And you guys know that song?
I know first time I'm hearing it here.
Oh, first time you hear it. Well, in Trinidad, well, of course, this guy, Baran, the Mighty Baran. I don't know if the guy who
Mighty
sing
Baran,
that. Yeah, he sing that. That is a big hit tune in Trinidad for Christmas. Trust me, you must hear that. Well, you know, you have the next one as well. Bring out the ham and stuff. Never, oi, oi, oi. Bring out the ham in Trinidad. Here, it's a big tune. It's worldwide too. I don't know. I know it might be kind of. I do you guys might know some of these songs, but you know that's some Baran songs.
You know, we always get we hear the hits. The hits of the party songs, you're gonna hear the real
Yeah.
Nice one with pepper pot and your little rum cream in your puncheon.
Punch, yeah. Exactly. What else? Have any more questions?
Yeah, the next one is who gave you the name Prince?
Boy, you might not ask a question that the person who asked that I know I don't want to reveal their identity obviously, but they're from Guyana or New York or
This is Angel. Angel is in Toronto.
Oh, Toronto. All right, Angel. Well, that name, the Prince. I didn't name myself the Prince. That name was given to me by Guyana. You won't believe that, but that is the truth. And I said it on today. I'm saying it here today, and I say it many times when they ask me, so where you get that name, Prince? Who give you that name? You name yourself that name. I give them the story. I say, you know what? In 1997, we was in Guyana on a tour, and we was on a live TV show, right? Myself, my mom, Hitman, and my other brothers, we was over there, and that was one of the early incidents, right? So I went there, and that time I had long hair and stuff. If you go back in some of my videos and things, you might see I have long hair and stuff, right? So I had long hair and thing and earring and thing as usual, you know, things like that. And we was doing a live interview on TV, right? And it was promoting the show. And a girl called and she say, here now, how you looking like a prince, so? With the hair, and you wouldn't believe that, eh? And she say, how you looking like a prince, so? With the hair and stuff, you know, you looking like a real prince. And you know, from there, it had a guy who was interviewing us. He was a announcer back there. He was on the show as well too. A guy from Guyana, Riaz, a guy named Riaz, not Riaz, what we have now. Other Riaz, that is back in his
back in the days.
Yeah. And he started to call me Prince. He said, so Prince, and every question was like Prince, and you know, that name stick with me from there. And I never really did try to get it off of me, because when the girl said that, and Riaz started to call me Prince, and we started to answer other questions and things like that, they started refer to me as Prince. And
Prince was born.
Yeah, and Guyana, like I say, that girl Guyana give me my name Prince. I didn't name myself the Prince. I was given that name by that girl. I wish I could remember she name the thank she. You know, but yes, but Guyana give me my name the Prince. And that was so cool. And my mom say, you know, that's a nice name and a stage name. And you know, at the time how I had the long hair and stuff, it was really working for me. And I kept that name from that straight up until now.
No, it's amazing. I mean, it's great to have this very personal interaction.
Yeah. A lot of people mightn't know that, but that's the truth. Like I say, I like to speak the truth. Is Guyana give me my name?
And you're down to earth too. Like you're very open to also sharing everything that you could possibly share with us.
Yes. Whatever questions they ask, I mean, you know, I'll try my best.
Definitely go on here for hours.
Yes, for real.
We're 30 minutes past. For
real.
Having fun, man. I'm left out in the scene every time I talk. It's giving the feedback.
Definitely.
Ye-
I know we don't have you.
I don't know why the audio. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
when you're talking. It's like it's going and coming.
And
Yeah, I
now,
can't
yeah,
hear it
I'll
properly.
try to mess with it right now.
But don't worry, the next time we'll be having the interview very soon when I get the next one, the song and the video, and so we're gonna sort it out, man.
Let's do that. Let's make a world premiere. Next song that you're
Sure.
gonna drop.
Yeah, I'm working on. Well, it's in the making right now. I just waiting to get some good weather to finish out the video, and then put it out. So for sure, I'm gonna be coming back with you guys on the Caribbean Business Network. You know what I mean, Shiv, Trevor, and you guys so well, the whole crew, everybody. I want to say, I know we're wrapping up now because we are late already, but I want to say thanks to you guys for reaching out to me. Angel as well too. She not here today. I want to say thanks to her as well. The team. I know you guys is a team. So thanks to the team, the Caribbean Business Network team. That's the Shiva, Trevor, Angel, and the whole technical crew behind there. Everybody who doing this stuff. I want to say thanks to you guys. Thank you very much for having me. It's a pleasure. I really, really enjoy it. And you guys, I want to say before I go, you could check me out on Facebook, on Twitter, and all the platforms. Prince Navin Prabhoo. You'll see my music, and for the bookings and so 1-868-393-5604. That's my number. You could call me. That's our WhatsApp number as well too. You could call WhatsApp on that as well too. And I'm just trying to give out the little information before we wrap up now. And so you guys. That's basically it for now.
We are going to
Anyway,
actually
Navin,
put listening
you
to
should-
you on the network so that contact information will be out. Anyone want to reach out to you, they can call you direct.
Yes. You guys call me. Yes, exactly. Yes. I pick up that little piece in the end. Yeah. True. Yes, for real.
You've
Direct call.
shared some great information with us this evening, Navin. You've
Yes.
added a lot of insights into the program, and we've had a captivating program. Obviously, time has moved on to
Of course.
hour and a half, and when you're having fun and you're getting great information, it just moves along very quickly with Anthony Snow sharing the great work that he's doing in Guyana.
Yes.
I mean, the sort of dedication. He's just coming from work.
Yeah. You just change off and come. Yeah.
And then yourself working on your videos, working
Yeah.
on your skills, developing those. You dedicated a half hour, 45 minutes for us this evening. We
Of
really
course.
thank you for that. And we definitely look forward to having you back.
Sure.
Launch your
Soon.
video and tell us about everything exciting that's happening. I know Trevor will add you to the website so you can have more traction, more views. You can reach out to you. You feel free to share the videos once we get to know you a little bit more.
Yes, for sure. I'll send the videos for you guys.
Definitely, and I want you to leave us with your fellow viewer, those who are going to look at it live now and those in the future. Tell us what's your takeaway? What do you like about being Prince, your culture, and what do you want to leave? What message do you want to leave with everyone?
Well, the message I would like to leave with everyone and the younger ones, especially because the younger ones are the future. We're not saying we're old enough. But the younger ones coming there. What I would like to say is that nothing come easy. If you get something easy, you lose it fast. So work hard, whatever you might be, a carpenter, you want to be a pilot, you want to be a teacher, whatever is your goal in life that you seem that you like something or whatever it is, don't let anyone discourage you. You will get that. Some people might say, nah, that'll suit you, or this or that. Give it a shot. It's worth giving it a shot and give it everything, because I am living proof of that. Because why I say in this fraternity, in this industry that we in this chutney industry, there's a lot of fight downs, right? And I'm just being real here. I wouldn't go in no big details or whatever, but we all know whatever business you're in, whether it's trucking, whether it's singing, whether it's what, there is always people trying to pull you down. But never give up and always keep close to the Lord, whether you're Muslim, Christian, Hindu, whatever the way you see the Lord, keep close to the Lord and never, never, ever, ever give up. That's the Prince philosophy. That's my message to everybody out there, from young to old, right? Never give up. You might go through hard times, but trust me, good times are coming, because nothing doesn't last forever. The bad time wouldn't last forever. There is something good coming. And once you
Sound
have,
like a song coming there.
eh?
Sound like a song coming there. The bad times will not last forever.
Exactly, that's a real good idea. A good idea to write a song, for real, for real, for real.
Yeah, get it,
You
get it,
just
get
touch
it.
on reality now. So
Of course.
for the folks out there, everybody, the viewers, everybody out there, all the young people, all the old people. I don't want to say all the older people, the middle age, everybody, the public, the world. Keep close to the Lord. How you might see him as Allah, Shiva, Christ, however you see him. Keep close to him, and trust me, you will come out of whatever trouble you're in. You will see a way. And I want to just share this little short thing before we go, right? I always hustling, right? Meaning that, at a course of way, we always, not always late, but, the adrenaline, is everything we going to sing in there, we get time, you got to reach on time and things like that. And we always in a kind of hustle. And, this day, I get keep back a little bit. And this kind of slow me down, okay? I get keep back, and we were hustling, going, something happened. I can't remember exactly what it was. But I know we was hustling, leaving home, and something happened. I had to wait, and something, I don't know. I think we got flat or something like that with the vehicle. So we had to change the flat quick now to head out to go to sing, right? And we had that flat, and I was so mad, I was like quarreling with myself and all kind of things. So we guys come together, we change the tire, whatever, and we moving out. And going down on that road, when we going down, right, there was a big accident. And that come to my mind. They say God is working mysterious ways.
Yeah.
That come to my mind, and it's right there we have to pass. And when I checked the timing, I was leaving home. If I didn't get that flat, it would have been very, very close to that. It would have been the same time. So the Lord make me say, here we're going on, take a flat, relax yourself, and then afterwards move. So
That's it.
That's it. But sometimes things doesn't happen the way we wanted. But trust me, the Lord up there, He knows what's best. He knows what's best. So let time take its process, and everything shall be good.
Awesome. Prince,
Yeah, brother.
it's been a pleasure, man. Love having
Pleasure
you
is all
on.
mine.
Proud to have you back again. And
Sure.
Trevor.
Well said. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. We apologize once again for whatever issues we're having. Hopefully when you come back next time, I'll make sure that this
For sure. I so sorry that we couldn't get to interact much too, as due to the thing as well too now, But I know you're hearing everything, but don't worry. Next time we go be you go be now. What?
I'm going to look for the track right there.
Exactly.
We'll work on promoting that new song that you're going to release. Any date you want to drop, anything for the viewers, your fans that are following you and expect the music?
Which one? The new one or the one I hear you properly.
Yeah, the new one. When you drop in the new one that you're working on right now.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be like that. Once everything goes right, like next week.
Oh,
Because I already have this song. It's just the video. The video I'm trying to finish right now, so I don't want to drop this song. I'm trying to do the two together. I want to drop the video as well too now. So I kind of hold back a little bit. But everything by next week, everything's supposed to be God is good. I'm gonna get the weather. I'm gonna finish it out.
Perfect. That's nice. But I want to thank you for coming on the show. Really appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? It was fun. Let's do it again. Any final word?
Yes. Well, before I go, once again, I want to say thanks to you guys, Trevor, Shiv, Angel. Is Angel right? I said the correct thing, right? Angel and
Yes,
the whole crew at the Caribbean Business Network. I want to thank you guys very much for having me and reaching out to me, because I really, really trust me. Where we connect here, we're not gonna separate. We're just gonna be going more and doing more stuff and enlightening more people and doing everything good. You guys have a good night, all the viewers. I hope you guys had a good. I know you had a very nice show today. You know, informing as everything that music, everything. This is our one package deal here. You guys have boy. Entertainment, everything you're getting at one time. Thank you guys so much. It was great being on tonight's program.
Awesome, man. Thank
Awesome.
you for taking the time to spend with us. We do appreciate it. Have a
No
great
problem.
day, and we'll stay in touch.
Of course. You guys have a great one, right?
All right.
Thank you.
All right,
All
no
the best,
problem.
man.
Take care.
Thank you everyone for joining this evening.
Oh man, I don't know what's up with the audio, brother. We we gotta
It's all
fix it.
good, all good. We still on live?
Yeah, we're live. We're final words now. Personally, I want to say thank you for joining us. This is your first time as co-host, and look forward
Yeah.
to any more of it. You know, how was it? How was the first time?
Oh, it's fun, man. You know, it's exciting. I mean, 840 of viewers are probably getting tired of us because they just can't get enough and they want to know what's more coming. And this is really a good opportunity just to bring our culture together, bring people together, a place where they can get a little bit of everything, but more personal stuff. Like everyone this evening, you heard from Anthony, you heard from Prince. They talked about becoming successful, but it takes the hard work. Everything has to be earned. You have to put in the work to get where you want to go. And it was a great show to really show two folks who are working hard, overcoming all of the trials and tribulations to become successful. And it's been a great pleasure having them on this program. I want to say thank you to you, Trevor, Angel, and Wasi for getting me and the family. And we definitely look forward to keep chatting on Let's Chat.
Yeah, 100%. A quick shout out to Angel. I know you're not feeling well. Hope you feel better soon. And Wazim, wherever in the world you're at, brother, I think you'll be watching this again. Good evening to you. With that being said, guys, tune in again next week, 7 p.m., same time, same place. I promise we wouldn't have audio issues. We're going to definitely find out what causes the problem, get it fixed. But thank you guys for joining us. Have a wonderful evening. With that being said, that's going to be it.
Let's Chat is brought to you by the Caricom Business Network.